I'm Deborah Meehl, and at the Meehl House we are an Amen Brain Healthy Treatment Program, which means that we follow the Omni and Paleo diets pretty closely. But every now and again, I or my house manager makes a little treat, and we try to make those treats as healthy as we can. And today I'm going to show you the pumpkin bread recipe that I make every year. We start out with a half a cup of butter and 3/4 of a cup of Truvia. And I use Truvia because it's a blend of sugar and stevia. I don't use just pure stevia because it doesn't make the pumpkin bread rise correctly. To that, I add 2 eggs. These are jumbo size eggs, so you will have to, if you're using large ones, you're going to need to use 3 eggs. Again, otherwise it won't rise correctly. We're going to whiz this up just quickly. And we're going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon to this. I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. And I'm going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon, or just a smidge, of allspice. To that, I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and I'm going to add a cup of non-sifted whole wheat pastry flour, and also a 1/4 cup. And then we're going to whiz this up until it's smooth. I'm now going to add 1 can of pumpkin. Now this is the pumpkin without the spice, so don't get the pumpkin pie spice because you're not going to like that very well. You want the consistency to be that muffin mix that you do. To this, I'm now going to add about a half a cup of golden raisins and about 3/4 of a cup of chopped walnuts that I've already pre-chopped. We're going to fold or stir this mixture together. And we're going to put it into baking loaf pans. You need to spray your loaf pans ahead of time and just evenly distribute this. Now, we have a lot of humidity here in Texas, and so I want you to know when you use that whole wheat pastry flour, you may not need quite as much as I've used here. You can cut it back by 1/4 of a cup. Again, you're looking for a consistency of about muffin mix. Okay, we're going to pop these in the oven. 350 for about 45 minutes. And one of the things that you want to make sure about with this recipe is that you don't overbake it. Overbaking it makes it dry and not very tasty. This is from mine. Makes it almost like it's an easy bake oven. And I want you to know that this is what it looks like when it's done. You can put a little real butter on this. We don't use margarine here. And that is a healthy alternative to pumpkin bread.